There we go. Welcome everyone to the Municipal Planning Commission, July 15, 2026. It is 4:58 and I'll call this meeting to order. I think just because it's been a while and I don't think everyone knows the manager of, I think you just introduced, but if you don't mind just going around and introducing each other, that'd be great. Because it's sure.
Good evening, everyone, members of MPC. My name is Moira Backaway. I'm the manager for the Planning and Development Department. And you won't see me at many of these meetings, but I just thought I'd come this evening to introduce myself and also chat a bit about one of the items we have going forward tonight.
Thank you.
Hi, good evening. I'm Senior Development Officer Jennifer Kerr. You will see me at likely every single one of these meetings.
Hi, and I'm Senior Development Officer Debbie Hill.
And we'll see you as well. Good. And Ruben.
I'm Ruben Kellio. I'm I can't remember what it's called. Member at large. I know I was at large about something. This is my first year with the MPC, and we've had a lot of meetings that have been not needed. So it's been a pretty hard pressing deal so far.
Thanks, Ruben. Appreciate that. Go ahead, Matt.
I'm Matt Spann, City Councillor for City of Lacombe.
Good, and I'm Chris Contenti, City Councillor, City of Lacombe, and Chair of the Municipal Planning Commission. Oh, sorry, Karina, I forgot about you. Go ahead. You're not here.
Yeah, emergency in Regina. But you know what? I was very grateful that you guys were able to give me an invite so I can be virtual, right? So absolutely. Karina Hubert, member at large, and this is my second year being part of this fantastic team. Very grateful.
Good, appreciate that. Thank you. We don't have any members of the public or anything, so I don't need to address that at all. So what we need to do is have a motion to adopt the agenda as presented. So if someone would do that, that'd be great.
I'll make the motion to adopt the agenda as presented.
Thank you. All in favor? We're not
in favor.
Favor, thank you, Karina. So the next item is adoption of the minutes from January 7th, 2026. So it's been a while. So I assume everyone has had time to review them. Karina, have you had time to review them? Okay.
Yep, everything's good.
Okay, so if I can get a motion for someone to adopt those minutes, please.
I move to adopt the minutes from the last meeting.
Thank you. All in favor? Thank you. Well, being that we don't have any applications to address this evening, we're going to move on into a summary of variance and discretionary use development permits issued by our development officers and through the Development Authority. So I don't know who wants to start with that first. Thank you. Senior Officer Kirk, if you wouldn't mind getting us going, that'd be great.
Thank you. All right, so I'll just start off with an annual permit comparison. So in 2025, from January 1st until July 14th, we had 99 development permits and 4 MPC meetings. This year so far, from January 1st to July 14th, we've had 106 development permits and only 1 MPC meeting. So why only 1 so far this year? Many of our applications have been fully permitted uses with variances under 15%, so those don't require neighborhood notification and the development officer can issue those permits. Applications for discretionary uses and variances over 15% have all received support from the neighborhood notification, so that allows the development officer to make the decision and approve that development permit. We are currently also in our busy permit season for decks, accessory buildings like sheds, garages, carports, those kind of things, with most of those applications being fully compliant. So they've been issued by the development officer. And then, however, to support ongoing MPC engagement, administration will begin referring certain discretionary use applications and those larger variance requests to the Municipal Planning Commission. So you guys will likely see an increase in applications soon.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so here's some permits that we've issued since January 7th. And we do have a large list in front of us. Not every single one on the list is going to have a little presentation. So just bear with me. I know. Would have been really long, guys. So the first one is a triplex with a 45% north side yard setback variance and a 25% south side yard setback variance. That's at 4737 48th Avenue. And there's a little picture of it there on the screen. Our next one was a daycare outdoor play area. That's at Sunshine Childcare. That's over by the Lacombe Mall. So you can see the play area there in the top right of the screen. That one was put there. There was a mural on the side, so they had to work around that mural. And then I just put a note on there that daycare locations are subject to municipal zoning and provincial regulations. So the property is zoned shopping center district where daycare is a discretionary use. The daycare facility was applied for and issued in 2024. The on-site play area was applied for in 2026. And the province is the one who approves that daycare location next to a liquor store. So we've had a couple questions about that. So
Yes.
thought we would mention that at this meeting.
So is council.
Yeah. All right, perfect. All right, the next one is a daycare facility expansion. So they were bringing their capacity from 30 children to 50 children, and that was to accommodate some out-of-school childcare. That's at 5029 56 A Street. That's the Beehive, if anyone's aware with that one. The next one is not on the screen, so I'll just read it out here. It's a home occupation 2 for some beauty services at 7129 Henners Road. That was a discretionary use that no opposition was received for, so that permit was issued. The other one is also not on the screen. It's a demolition of 2 accessory residential buildings, both detached garages, and then an addition to existing detached dwelling. That was at 5960 C&E Trail. Typically, these applications would be permitted. However, with this zoning being the future district, they were discretionary uses, and that's why we had to go with that procedure for this one. The next one is on the screen. It's the one in front of you. It is a 4-plex with a 36% side yard variance, a 33% 1-unit max density variance, and a 16% 1-element variance to the Queen Anne required architecture. So they requested just no turret. And then we've got a picture there showing you guys what a turret is. That was at 5123 52 Street, so kind of over by the post office. The next one is apartment housing developments. So there's 2 buildings there with a 12% 13-unit max density variance and a waiver to the requirement for loading space. This is at 4545 Homestead Way. So this is going to provide 123 units total for the community. You're going to have 60 units in Building A and 63 units in Building B. It's a mix of studio, 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, and 3-bedroom units. There's amenity areas of an indoor lounge and gym, an outdoor sports court, community garden, pergola, and a dog run. 25% of the lot required to be landscaping. They're proposing 27%. 202 parking spots were required. They're proposing 203. And the loading space requirement was waived due to their on-site management. They coordinate their move-in and move-outs and make sure that no parking spaces are being taken up for that.
When do you expect construction on that?
They are near construction. They've got a fire safety plan left to do and their water and wastewater servicing, and then they can get their building permits. So yeah, they're moving along quickly.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I've got a couple more pictures of this one for you since it is a larger development. Here you can kind of see an aerial view of what the site will look like. And then on this screen here, you can see more of that outdoor sports court, the community gardens, dog run, and a pergola.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, and then the next one is not on the screen yet. It's a secondary suite, a 7021 Deer Street. So those are discretionary in that neighborhood. No opposition was received. That permit was issued. The next one is up here on the screen. It's a dangerous goods occupancy for a biorefinery. So the biorefinery will receive and convert waste organic material into safe, high-grade organic nutrients using a proprietary thermal hydrolysis process. The facility will also use anaerobic digestion process to convert waste organics into biogas. So that biogas will be processed to pipeline satisfaction gas and sold into the renewable natural gas markets via an existing gas transportation infrastructure, which is operated by ATCO Pipelines.
And just for a little bit more background on this development permit application, the chair, Chris Contenti, would be familiar with it somewhat as it was approved previously in 2024. This application has been reapplied for multiple times. I think we're at the 5th or 6th iteration. So that's why this time it didn't go forward to MPC for a decision, because it's been approved multiple times and there was no concerns received this time around.
Okay.
Yeah, and largely, most of the reasons why it's been applied for many times is because they're working on their provincial and federal approvals. So, all right.
Can I
And
ask?
here's,
Can I ask a question about? Is that the one? I think like they burn wood, and is it just wood they burn, or what else do they burn for the bio waste?
Go ahead.
Through the chair to member
Sorry.
Karina.
Yeah.
No, you're all good. It's just weird because you're not on the screen anymore, so I'm just talking to a PowerPoint. So this one, I believe you might have been sitting on MPC when this got approved last time, but it is not wood. It is organic waste material. So it includes animal waste, animal carcasses, and that type of material. If you remember, and I know we're stretching our memories a little bit here, one of the conditions that MPC included last time around was that they use the bypass route for their haul route. So that condition was included this time around again because there were concerns about smell and potential traffic incidents. So that condition remained on the development condition set. But it isn't just wood, it is organic material.
Oh yeah. Well, thanks for refreshing it. Because yeah, I was wondering about. I think I remember sort about that because there was going to be a bit of a smell, but I think they said it wasn't going to be that bad or something to that effect, right? So, but who knows? We'll see when it happens. All right. Thanks for sharing.
Through the chair to administration, it looked to me like this on the map. This one was right across the road from Beretta. Is that accurate? Is that partly?
Yes, I think it's right close there by the co-op.
It's right south.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that looks like it's right by the Beretta processing plant.
Yeah, close to that. It's not right across. I think it's a bit further north.
It's where that park is, the dog park is, on that side by the brewery. It's on the back side of that.
There's a lot there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, you're right. It is close to the Beretta Farms.
and so if they were within the 60-meter radius, they would have gotten a letter for comment, and we didn't receive any opposition. So, yeah.
Good, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. And so I'll just leave this one up while I go through the rest of the permits that we've issued. None of the other ones are on the screen, so we're reading off a paper now. The next one is a secondary suite at 6 Metcalf Way. Again, that was discretionary. No opposition was received. Then we've got a home occupation 2 for fitness and health coaching at 5633 56th Avenue, another discretionary use that didn't receive opposition. We've got an accessory residential building. It was a shed with a 33% rear yard setback variance at 14 Riviera Drive. Variances over 15% can be approved by the DO if no opposition was received. None was received for this one. The next one is an addition. It was a sunroom with a 17% rear yard setback variance at 2 Eva Crescent. Again, that was a variance over 15% where no opposition was received. The next one is a 28% side yard setback variance on an existing addition at 4823 45A Street where no opposition was received. The next one was a home occupation 2 for beauty services at 14 Westview Drive, another discretionary use where no opposition was received. And the last one was a food production facility minor at number 55372 Len Thompson Drive, another discretionary use. And that is actually 6th on the block that's going into the blue collar garage.
Okay.
All right, and that is it for the permits issued by the development officers. So let me know if you have any questions.
Thank you. Any questions? Karina, have any questions?
No, I'm good. They're all
Okay.
fine.
So I've had some positive feedback from our clients in regards to the willingness for the Development Authority to work with them. And I think that's part of the reason why too, we haven't had a lot of applications is because of the good work you're doing. So it's muchly appreciated. And both myself as the chair and as a council too. So thank you for that. So next, I think we are going to go through some proposed innovation land use bylaw amendments and proposed changes that are coming. And Manager Moya, you're going to lead us through that?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, so this portion of the meeting is just going to be very informal. Right now on the city's website, there is a survey, multiple surveys that are live. So council endorsed our innovation amendments plan and timeline back in May. And so the plan is to do the public consultation piece on the front end, and then we're going to take all the comments and concerns back and then develop a report and recommendation from there to bring back to council for consideration in the fall, potentially into the winter of this year. So the 3 items we're tackling right now are landscaping, mixed use developments, and a commercial district review. And then later, more likely into 2027, we'll be tackling a 4th component, which will be housing diversity. So for our landscaping amendments, right now we're exploring potential opportunities to modernize landscaping standards, support sustainability, and enhance the long-term health and appearance of our urban environment. So this could consider a range of topics. So xeriscaping, drought-tolerant landscaping options, green roofs, sustainable stormwater options, low-impact development features, and updates to permitted ground covers and plant species. So here's some examples that Jen put in the PowerPoint here of types of landscaping that we're considering. And those are also included in some handouts that we'll have available at the farmers market and at our front desk to show people what we're actually talking about. Because when some people think of, say, clover, for example, they might think of like the purple creeping clover versus something like shown on the slide here. So that's one of the surveys that is live right now, and that is live until August 31st for public comment. The second one we're going through is mixed use developments. So I guess I'll backtrack here. For the landscaping, Senior Development Officer Kirk will be the lead on that application. And then for the mixed use developments, it'll be Senior Development Officer Hill who will be handling that component. So for the mixed use developments, the city is considering ways to encourage development that provides additional housing options while supporting local businesses and creating vibrant, walkable neighborhoods. So this one will consider a range of topics, including opportunities to support mixed use development within the DARP area, appropriate locations and design considerations for mixed use development, housing options that can be integrated with commercial uses, and potential updates to land use districts, development regulations, and approval processes, along with strategies to support walkability, neighborhood vibrancy, and economic development. So yes, the councilors just saw me on Monday night where we had an application that was proposing something like this that required a direct control district. So administration is proposing to find ways to maybe streamline or smoothen out that process so that we're not having to have a rezoning or a land use bylaw amendment every time one of these innovative developments is being proposed. And then lastly, we have a commercial district review. So this is just a general overview of our commercial districts, reviewing the lists of the types of permitted and discretionary uses in all the commercial districts. One of the big changes that we're going to be proposing is including the definition for multi-tenant lease bay buildings within some of the commercial districts, and including specific regulations for lot coverage, landscaping, and parking. So right now, in some of our commercial districts, we don't have multi-tenant lease bay buildings. So what happens is the developer has to apply for a specific use. But then if they apply for that use and their tenant, let's say, isn't personal services, then another development permit is required for a change of use. So if someone just wants to build a shell building, it's a little convoluted right now. So that's one of the changes we're proposing. But we are going to do an overview of all of the uses and see if maybe some can be moved from permitted to discretionary or vice versa. If some need to be added or removed. And then we're going to do a comparison with our municipal comparators to see if they align somewhat with where our comparators are at. So they're all very different types of reports that will be going forward, but we're each assigned one. So I'll be doing the commercial review. So it's separated out pretty nicely. And so this is a little screenshot of where the surveys are living right now. And so the community survey went live at the beginning of July, and it'll be live until the end of August. So August 31st is the cutoff. And then I'll let you guys look at this. And sorry, it should be in the agenda package, Karina, so you won't see this one, but this is what we'll have for you guys to take a look at. I will be attending the Lacombe Farmers Market tomorrow. So people will have access to that pamphlet and then access to me, I guess, to ask questions. And then we plan to have an open house in September to invite the public to come and comment. We are going to be doing some advertising on the website for the open house and some social media advertising. And then in September as well, we will have a focus group specific to our developers and realtors. That one might be pertaining more so to the commercial developments and mixed use, but they might be very passionate about landscaping too. So after all of that has been completed, we will do our comparator review and any impact to infrastructure like review we'll need to do. And then we hope to bring it back forward to council in October, November of this year. So that's where we're at right now. If you guys have any general comments that you want to make, we're totally happy to accept those. You can also fill out the survey as a citizen. And then the plan would be once we compile all of the comments and we've actually got a proposal somewhat in place prior to going back to council, the aim would become to come to MPC as the technical advisory component, and MPC could make a recommendation or provide comments to be included in the report to council.
Yeah.
So you will see this again when it's a little more substantial. You just know that you won't be the decision-making authority. You'll just have the chance to comment as a committee.
Excellent, thank you. Yeah, I know council is very interested on us being more adaptable and flexible in our development, and so that we can be development ready. When someone wants to come, the answer is, I think we can make that work. Let's see what we can do. Rather than, well, we'll have to go back to the drawing board and redo this and redo that. So I'm really excited about getting this going and see where it's going to lead us. So thank you for that. Any questions from anybody else or comments? Yeah, go ahead.
Through the chair to Manager Backaway. I'm just curious. I like some of these things that are going on. I'm curious about where they came from. Like, was that direction from council? Is it something that you review from time to time due to what other municipalities are doing?
Yes, to all of that. So originally there was a motion made by council back in, I want to say 2023 or 2024, to proceed with it's not a complete review, a phased review of the land use bylaw. So there was 4 different components. I believe one was red tape reduction, one was administrative amendments, one of them was innovation. So prior to your council term starting, the majority of the work had been completed, which included the administrative amendments and the red tape reduction. We're now completing the 3rd phase of that project. We decided that we should break it down even further just because all of these components are so different that we wouldn't want one to fail because of others. Right. So on top of that, we do keep a running list administratively of edits we would like to see or where we see there are pinch points to make things a little bit easier. But the land use bylaw is a living document. So we have, do you guys know what we're at for how many changes we want to make right now? Like it's the hundreds, I think, right? So we can only do so many at a time. And this is one way to get a few that we think, like the mixed use is a big one.
Yeah.
And we have heard some concerns from developers about landscaping just historically. So especially with what was supposed to be a drought year, it's good to have some of that drought resistant stuff come forward because it could help Lacombe long term if we
Yeah.
have that in place.
That's a good question.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
have a question. Through the chair to, I guess it would be, I don't know whoever can answer this. I know that we have the municipal, like the bylaws and everything for the development. Are we also going to go back and redo the, sorry, I don't have the book in front of me. I think it's like the fabric part of the, do you know what I'm talking about? Like there's another booklet. It's kind of like the underlaying of how the town's supposed to look and feel. Are we going to go back to that and look at that as well and redo that one at all? Does anybody know
Through
what
the chair,
I'm talking?
sorry, Karina, are you talking about the municipal development plan?
The one, but there's another one after that, like before that. It's based on, it's like it was done like almost 15 years ago or something like that, or 10, 15 years ago. It
That
talked
would
about,
line up with the MDP time-wise. The municipal development plan is an overarching document that governs how development and community occurs in Lacombe. So it deals with economic development, active transportation, types of development. Like, is that what you're talking about? Or is it,
No,
am I missing the mark?
there was another one. I want to say it's like, I know that they did like a study with the town, with a whole bunch of the locals, and they were kind of like identifying what the culture and what the feel of the town was going to look like and stuff like that. So it was kind of like, that's why I say fabric, right? So it
Was
was
it the
kind of like,
community needs assessment survey?
you know what? I don't know, but how about this? I'll come and visit you when I get back, and then
Okay.
I'll ask again. But I was wondering if that was part of it. But yeah, because it seems like if you guys are going for this part, it might also affect the other part that I thought would have been done too. But I'll chat with you later about that. Sorry about it.
Yeah, no, good. That's the best thing to do because none of us
Yeah.
are really sure.
Through the chair to member Hubert, just I guess we can speak because the strategic plan passed and it is public. So for the planning and development department's role, we're doing these land use bylaw innovation amendments. The municipal development plan is now reviewed annually on a report card basis. So we will provide an annual report back to council as to how we're doing with satisfying the conditions and criteria. We call them measuring metrics for how we're doing with achieving the MDP. And then there is a housing needs assessment update that was passed as part of council's strategic plan that is scheduled for, I think it's starting in 2027, but the strategic plan is public. It's on the council agenda from Monday night. So if you want to take a look at that, Karina, it will give you a bit of an idea as to some of the topics our department specifically will be handling moving forward. One that I think will be relevant to this committee will be the short-term rental bylaw potentially. And then there is an area redevelopment plan as well that is slated to start at the end of Q4 of 2026. So there's a few planning related documents, but right now we're just focused on the land use bylaw. So other things will come forward in the future and some of them aren't necessarily our department. It's more our directorate.
Gotcha. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks, Karina. Any other comments, questions? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, through the chair to the development team. Does this for the landscaping use and the changes there, does that coincide with any like funding or grants from the provincial government? Because when I was part of the team that did the Father Lacombe school, when we went transition from the old school to the new school, we had lots of meetings about what we would like to see. And a lot of the things that we talked about were like the living roof, the green roof, this and that. And we spent a lot of time on that. And then by the time the final plan got approved through the province, I'm sure, it was all that was wiped off the table. because it was not in any sort of budgetary, so is this, I was just curious if this change coincided with any changes from the provincial government or no, just a general feel?
Through the chair to, I actually didn't catch your last name. I don't think.
Callio.
Callio. No, in short, it's stuff that we've seen as pinch points, and some of it is maybe a little utopian of our department, but I would love to see some green roofs downtown. So it's allowing that flexibility that if someone ever did have the funds or the desire to make it happen, we do have green roofs in our land use bylaw right now, but it's just maybe strengthening some of the parameters around it.
Okay.
Excellent. Any more questions? Yeah.
I actually figured out the municipal sustainability plan. That's the one I was looking at. Do you recall that? Because it seems like when we're talking about all that green space and stuff, I was wondering if that kind of follows the municipal sustainability plan. That's what I was thinking. For the landscaping stuff, is that why we're doing all the landscaping? Like, are you
No.
looking at it?
Go ahead.
through the chair to member Hubert. I have not seen the document you're talking about before, and I just kind of did a quick knowledge check with Jen and Debbie here, and they haven't seen it either. So if you want to send it to me, I wouldn't mind taking a look at it. But this is independent of the municipal sustainability
Plan that was in there.
plan.
Okay.
Yes.
It's in that
but
nice
yeah.
big thick binder that we got, right? So okay, that's all right.
Yeah, and I mean, some of these proposed amendments that will be coming forward, they do help with sustainability, but that's just a nice to have, I guess, from our department's perspective.
Thanks, Karina.
Yeah.
Looks like everybody's good. Any further input? Any wrap up from Development Authority that you want to add? No, we're good. Well, that's pretty well the end of our agenda. Looks like our next MPC meeting tentatively is August 5th, 2016. So everyone put that in there.
Where the deadline was actually today and we
Yes.
didn't receive any applications. So you can remove that from your
Remove
calendar.
that from your
And
calendar.
the next one is tentatively August 19th. So
Okay.
I will also send out a confirmation email that the August 5th is canceled
Okay.
tomorrow. So you guys will have that.
All right. So everybody put August 19th in their calendars, tentatively.
Is that next meeting date up for discussion at all?
It could be.
Can we push it back 1 week? To
August
26th?
Just a minute. I don't think I'm here.
You're not
So,
here. Okay,
probably not.
then don't worry about it.
If we receive an application for August 19th, we'll do a quorum call. And if we can't make quorum, then we can ask for August 26th and see if we can get quorum there. We do have flexibility on the dates as long as we have quorum.
Thank you.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
26th, the chair will not be here. All right, so we'll put that 19th as tentative for now. And we'll see where we can go from there. So, all right, and with that, I'll just ask for a motion for adjournment. Oh, sorry, go ahead. Did you?
Sorry, we don't need a motion for the adjournment. We just do a time.
Thank you. You're right. I'm so used to the other.
I
Thank
had
you.
to
This-
double check too, so
Yeah.
don't worry.
This meeting is officially adjourned at 5:31 p.m. Thank you, Senior Development Officer.